Hello everyone. I thought about making this video just to familiarize ourselves with the process of data collection and to show you exactly how on the day it will happen, how does the patient survey look and how the anesthetic survey look like, and also how the follow-up is going to happen. So in essence, the patient survey is like what you can see on the screen right now. And if you look at the GMC NHS email part here, this is the reason we need your NHS.net emails, because everyone will have a link through which they can access the patient survey, on which they're going to have their GMC number or the registration number. If they don't have a GMC number, if they are, for example, research nurses, and also you're going to have your NHS.net email address, so the follow-up link can be sent to it. After that, the first part is the consent part, and also the pre-screening part. So in this part, actually the patient has to press either yes or no. So you're not allowed to press it yourself. So it's either yes or no. And if you can see, if I press no, it will give you some messages about that you're not allowed to continue the survey if the patient says no, all this and all that. So if you press yes, or actually if the patient presses yes on both, that will open up other questions, starting with some demographics, and then if the patient has no allergy, for example here, okay, the end of the questionnaire will be here. However, if the patient has got allergies, that will open up more questions. If the patient has got penicillin allergy, for example here, that will open up more questions regarding penicillin. And for example, if it is a rash, that will open up more questions about how the rash look like, and you show it to the patient can select one of them, or if the patient doesn't know, you can also, there's an option to select unknown. If the patient has got opioid allergy, again that will increase the number of questions and will open more questions for the patient to answer. Okay. Again, I'm just stressing that the consent part, the patient has to actually click yes on it, but the rest of it you can do it yourself, so you can choose for the patient based on their answers, of course. So if the patient has got a penicillin allergy or an opioid allergy, they get what's called a pseudo identifier, so that you can follow them up afterwards, and the link will be created and sent to your NHS.net email. And the pseudo identifier will be based on the study day, day 1, 2 or 3, theatre number, okay, and which theatre complex, and the order of the patient on the list. So we will give theatre complexes letters. So for example, the hub theatre will be A, for example, and also we'll keep all the lists so that we know the order of the patient on the list, and that order will be the order of the list printed out by us, not after being modified by the surgeon, for example, after the team brief. And that's it. So this is the patient survey. It will take about 5 minutes maximum to complete. As I said, if the patient has got an allergy to either penicillin or opioid, it will create the survey will create a link sent to your NHS.net email, and through that you can follow up the patient. The follow-up can be done on the same day. The follow-up is basically a few questions about what the patient had in theatre. If the patient was having a surgery that requires prophylaxis antibiotic, and the patient is allergic to penicillin, what did the patient have? And a few other questions like that. Whether the patient has had allergic reaction, for example, in theatre. So the follow-up actually can happen on the same day. If you don't do the follow-up, a reminder email will be sent to you again through the DALES network. In terms of the anaesthetic survey, so this is the anaesthetist survey. Again, will take about 5 to 10 minutes to complete. All the anaesthetists working on the days of the trial, they have to complete one survey. So if an anaesthetist is working on 2 days or more of the trial, he or she need to do it once. Lastly, for the antibiotic prophylaxis, the UHNM is following the macro guide, or we have guidelines which is published actually online in a program called the macro guide. The macro guide you can download as an app on your phone or tablet, and also there is a link that you can use if you want to browse it through your internet browser. All the surgical prophylaxis are here on the macro guide, and they are classified according to the surgery. Most of the patients will have comoxiclav in terms of surgical prophylaxis if required. Few will have Fluclox plus gentamicin, for example, bone surgery in general, and for maternity or obstetrics it is cefuroxime, and if the patient is allergic, there are other options to that. So if you are in doubt, we'll give you the link to the micro guide so you can check, and also we can have an operation base on 104 or 105 wards, and we'll give you phone numbers to ring if you're in doubt about anything, or if you have any questions about anything. So I hope that was easy, short, and clarified a few things. There will be some questions, I'm sure there will be, and we will try to answer them as they appear and as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, please email me at any time, or WhatsApp me on the DALES group WhatsApp. Thank you.